everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars along with Cameraman Ken, and today we are looking at a 75 Bronco. I love this Bronco. This color is just awesome. This is a Tangerine Pearl Metallic. It's a Mopar color that they developed for the Prowler. Looks really good on here. Paint job's about 10 years old. Still presents very, very well. There's some minor nicks and stuff on it, but overall still a very, very good looking truck. Of course, you know, upgrades, the outside's easy to see. It has the rock skis. Now those are a 1/4-inch steel. Very beefy. You don't have to worry about hurting those. Those went right there on the rocker. Nice and tough. Wheels are 18x10 Moto metal wheel. And then, of course, we use the Toyo AT2s on there. Really, really good tire on these. These are a 35/12/50. So they work really well. You can see that squared tread pattern when we pulled in and it's dusty. Very square though. It really helps these Broncos drive right. Those things are really quiet on the road. Just can't say enough good about them. Anyway, since this is a 75, it has that Dana 44 in the front. Real tough differential. Also, if you look, it has the disc brakes in there. Has the rock steering basically, so the rock crawler steering from BC Broncos. Really strong setup, helps from the deflection that you get with the bigger tires. Biggest option probably on this thing, well, there's a whole bunch of good ones. It has Hydro Boost on those disc brakes. So what that does is that's a hydraulic assist rather than the vacuum assist that you see on the older units. Very linear feel, really makes a huge difference in the assist. It's just always the same, and it really helps haul these things down faster. Let's see, underneath the hood there, it's got a 351 Windsor that replaces the original 302. You got to remember, in 75, these things had 125 horsepower. They have motorcycles out now with better than that. But with the Windsor, you're looking roughly 300 horsepower and about 385 foot-pounds of torque, which really comes in handy, especially when you have got tires this large. This one has 411s in the back. In the front, that Dana 44 has a 409 ratio limited slip, and they're supposed to be a slightly different ratio. It kind of helps that front end pull the Bronco where it's supposed to go. Just a ton of good options on this one as a driver. It's a split lift. It has a 2.5-inch suspension as well as a 2-inch body lift on it. If you look in back, you can see the billet spacers on the body. Also, options this one has, it has a 25-gallon tank in it. So just a very, very driver friendly. If you're looking for a good Bronco to drive, this is the right combination. You know, if you do go to a bigger lift, a lot of times we have to relocate those radius arms, or you go to a different style radius arm altogether. That 2.5-inch lift just kind of, that's right in the sweet spot, kind of the Goldilocks zone of getting a good suspension lift without really having to get in and modify a lot. Now this one does have the better radius arm bushing, so we do have some caster, so you can actually drive this one on the highway without it skittering all over on you. Anyhow, we've got a lot of good photos. We've got a lot of information on this one, so if there's something you need to know that we're not showing you yet, let us know. Okay, that was just like a half throttle takeoff on this one. This 351 makes 175 horse more than the original 302, as well as about 175 foot-pounds of torque. So that is huge. The original 302, again, only had 125 horsepower, which is a pretty bad joke, really, when it comes to moving something like this. Especially when you add in 35-inch tires. Luckily, this one does have the better gear package. It has 411s, so it does help to pick up better over the common 350 gear ratio. But just a way better combination with this 351. Now the C4 works well. It's going to have a stock C4. It's got an upgraded tranny pan and stuff on it, but a good solid performer on that. Now this one has track lock both front and rear, which is going to make a huge difference when you go off-road and just everyday driving. They're limited slip setup, so they're not a locker, so it doesn't give you that big ratcheting action. So they work good. Now again, this one with that 2.5-inch suspension and a 2-inch body lift, what it does is it gives you just the good geometry in the front end, so you're not really lowering those radius arms so much with a big 3.5-inch or 4-inch spring lift. So we can't say enough good about that combination. It's kind of the Goldilocks lift is what I call it. But anyway, great Bronco, a lot of fun. Got any questions, give us a call, 360 863-2241 or mainlymusclecars.com. Thanks, guys.